what they were doing back in the 90s with this. Aladdin is the figure who is wooing Jasmine away from her father's authority. Her father is the king. Do you see the analogy here? Aladdin is a professional thief. Her father is the king. And so who comes only to steal and kill and destroy? The devil. Oh, come on, Scott. Does Aladdin really represent the devil? Well, he takes her up on a high elevation on this magic carpet ride. And as soon as I hear magic with my kids, I'm like, no, we don't do Harry Potter. Magic and witchcraft is of the devil, biblically so clear. But he's on this ride with her and he says, I can show you the world. And he calls it splendid. Now, Bible students just said, wait a minute, that's a quote from Matthew 4, where Jesus says, the devil took Jesus up on a high elevation. The Bible says the devil took Jesus up on a high mountain and showed him the world in its splendor. Word for
Wow.
word in the song, he takes her up and says, I can show you the world in its splendor. And he tells her there's no one to tell us no. And then he ascends above the clouds. Where did Satan ascend in Isaiah 14? Above the clouds. And then he swoops down into a garden, plucks a piece of fruit, hands it to Eve. I'm sorry, Jasmine, that's her name. I always get that one wrong. I don't know how I could possibly make that mistake. And he sings to her, I can open your eyes. This is as blatant and in your face as possible. He even says, I'm like a shooting star. I've come so far, I can't go back to where I used to be. That's a description of Satan, the Lucifer, the light bearer, the morning star, so called, that had been cast down. That's what Aladdin sings as well. So that's just Disney. I mean, we could go into the history of Hollywood, but isn't that incredible what they snuck in
That's
there and we didn't
amazing. I
even
never
notice?
knew that about Aladdin and that song and making those connections. I can show you a new world order, basically.